Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my podcast. It has been a while, and I broke my promise that I was going to start getting into these again regularly. But um, every time I went to film an episode, I was realizing I didn't actually have any of my podcast stuff in Tahoe, where I've been all summer the past like 3 months. I had moved home thinking I'd be able to be home for a while and then just go back and forth between here in the Bay Area and Tahoe if I needed to go back up for work or anything. And then after I literally picked up my life and moved it back here, work told me I needed to go to LA. So I literally just grabbed things off the hanger and threw them in my car to go out of Tahoe to LA for two trips, like back to back, like 3 days apart. So I just like brought everything back. And I wanted to fly out of Tahoe because I needed to fly back into Tahoe because it was my mom's birthday the day I was flying back, and I wanted to get dinner with her. Blah blah blah. Long story short, I just didn't think that I was going to be back in Tahoe for as long as I ended up being back in Tahoe. And so I didn't bring any of my podcast stuff back up. And so every time that I'd feel motivated and like have something to like talk about with you guys or share with you guys, I didn't have anything with me. So not to make up excuses, I swear. This is accurate information. Anyways, I'm actually not drinking wine tonight. I'm drinking this like cortisol ashwagandha powder shit. I don't know. Um, I don't like it. When I pour the powder in, it's like that stuff off TikTok, like the little powder packs that you put in your drink. It doesn't taste good. I don't like it. I don't think it's doing anything for me, but I spent money on it, so I'm gonna drink them every day. But yeah, the powder like doesn't mix with water. Like it like clumps up and then I have to like spend 10 minutes like trying to dissect the powder. Whatever, doesn't matter. But I got back from Tahoe and I have been feeling a little bit under the weather. I don't know what it is because like when I get sick, I get really sick, but not this time, I guess. I've been like I was exhausted for like a week and a half, and I thought I was either like having a depressive episode or like the stress was getting to me with my new job, or I don't know, like something internal was happening to me because I was like really not feeling like myself. And like, I don't know, it kind of just caused me to crash out a little bit because I was like, oh, so and so invited me down to like the beach, and like, why don't I want to go? Like, I literally don't want to go. I want to be like nonverbal and like stay in. And like, it would be after working from home all day. So it's like, I wouldn't even get outside. So I don't know. That was weird. That was really weird. Weird funk, but I guess I got out of it. Or maybe, I don't know. But, anyways, I woke up like 2 weeks ago and my tongue was like burnt, but it wasn't burnt. And I think it was the start of a virus or something. I know that sounds really weird, but like that happens to me sometimes. My tongue feels weird when I get sick. And then my lymph nodes hurt. And then like I just kind of got stuffy and didn't feel very great for a couple of days. And I think I'm on the come up now. So whatever it is, like, wasn't terrible other than like the exhaustion. And I'm like, do I have mono? I've had mono before, so it wasn't. And then I thought maybe it's COVID, but like, who even? Yeah. Anyways, it honestly took me a while tonight to feel motivated of what to talk about with you guys, and I think part of that is because my brain is only capable of thinking about work right now, and then when I'm off of work, it's like I don't know. I'm back in a routine, or I'm trying to get back into a routine now that I'm home. I just got home a couple days ago, and I'm so happy to be like in a routine that's familiar. And so I've just been like locked in on that. And so I thought, what's a better way to incorporate, incorporate filming episodes than to just jump right back into it as soon as I got home. So here we are. Um, so yeah, usually when I do have something I want to talk about, I pick up the mic and I do it like right then because I feel motivated. I feel like I have things to talk about. Like it's not very planned out. And then when I try and plan out episodes, I look back at my notes for it and I'm like, what the fuck was I trying to say? And I just like feel like I would ramble. Like I wouldn't be into it and I wouldn't have much to say. I don't know. I have to be in a certain like mood and like motivated to film an episode. So it took me a while. Like I was thinking about it all day of what I could talk about. And I do feel like I've been like kind of going through a weird transition point in my life with my new job. It's like my first real like 9 to 5 corporate job since graduating college. I've been working every single day like since I graduated, but it just hasn't been like the traditional like corporate route since I graduated. And it is like kind of a learning curve, like any new job is, and it's just kind of stressful. And it's like remote right now, but they're writing me an offer because I'm on a contract, and I'm a little bit anxious about what the offer is going to come in at. I have an itch, huh? Because I'm hoping that it allows me to make the move to Santa Monica, where the office is, and not have to live at home anymore. Even though I love being home, I'm just like ready. I'm feeling eager to like go. And through this kind of time, and like I think kind of like a funk that I've been in because I haven't been super like happy recently. um I figured that it was something I could open up about a little bit and like talk you through, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's felt like this and has let like the stress get to you. So I guess a little bit of work-life balance and living at home in your 20s. I have actually done a episode that's, I think, like navigating your 20s, and it's kind of goes into this, but I think I have a new perspective on it a little bit because I had a really nice dinner a couple weeks ago with an old friend from high school, Valerie. I don't think she would mind me sharing her name on here. And it was so fun. Like we went through like a weird phase of life together when we were like literally in high school, and like we're still friends, and like you know that those are the ones who have seen you at your weirdest and not most proud self of versions of yourself. So, anyways, we caught up, and she's like such a low maintenance friendship where it's like we hadn't seen each other in I don't even know how long, and like we just pick up right where we left off, and it's awesome. And she's a year younger than me, and she was kind of telling me about her situation. Like she just lived home after or moved home after graduating college, and she's looking for a job now. And she had something lined up, and then it didn't work out, and she was just like feeling defeated. And like I've been there, so like I guess advice or like insight that I gave her is like, what's the rush of like getting a job post grad? I know that sounds like a little bit ignorant and like, oh, well, I need the money, I need this. It's like, I totally get that. I don't mean it in a sense of like financial. I mean more like the rush to move out after you graduate. If you have the opportunity to move back in um with like your parents, like I'm doing right now, to save money and like work your butt off, then I guess like what's the rush post grad to jump into the corporate world? I literally was like telling her, go get a job at Anthropology and like live at home and like save money, travel on weekends. Like it's easy to take time off when you're in like a shop or things like that that just aren't so heavy corporate where you have to like use PTO. And I was kind of explaining how like once you're in a corporate job, it's really hard to get out. Whereas like if you move home right away, you can use that time. It's like, oh, I just haven't found anything yet. I just graduated college. It sounds better than like if you move out right away, start a job, and then end up hating this job. And then it's really difficult to get out. And then it's like, if you do take a break, it's like, it doesn't look as great, especially like on a resume per se. If you have like a gap in between jobs and like you move home to kind of just like work in Anthropology and like travel a little bit, it looks better to do that right after graduating college. Um, and so it was kind of like, now that I've started this new corporate job, I'm kind of like, I miss when I was just working at the shop that I used to work at and like doing their marketing. 'Cause, like it paid really well. It looked great on my resume because like I was the marketing manager. So it was like my platform to have the freedom with. And I was living at home, so I was saving money. And then also I was like, I mean, I wasn't saving any money actually. I spent it all, but yeah, I miss those days. Um, because I didn't have anything to pay for at the time, that it's like I like traveled. I went to go visit my friends in San Diego for weekends, or I would go to this concert. Like I was able to afford those things because I didn't have like big girl things to stress about yet, like rent, because I'm living at home. And I think that living at home, like post grad, has such a bad rep, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. I feel like it's like starting to become more normalized of like, oh, like day in my life is like a stay at home daughter. I don't mean like stay at home and do nothing all day. Like I still think like you should always be working. I don't know. I think it's just like I always want to be working. I never want to like not like indefinitely, but like in my state of life. Like otherwise I just feel like I'm like what else do you do? Like everybody works. So it's like what do you do from 9 to 5 all day if you have no one to hang out with? So anyways, I always am like graduate college if you don't have a job lined up from like an internship prior, then move home, save money, and just like work a job that interests you. Like my brother's fiance, this is a good example. She had like a gap between um, starting PA school when she got in. And so she quit her job that she didn't really enjoy, but she had to do it for the application process, I think. She quit that job and like worked at the bakery down the street because she's such a great cook and loves to bake and like that's just like so her coded that she was just like she like applied to anthropology and then she's like oh like, I kind of want to work at like the bakery and I was like that's perfect and then she like worked there for a couple months like just for fun and it's like something to do you still make money she made work friends it's like I don't see the rush I don't see the rush in like skipping that chapter in your life because like I feel like that's the time to excuse not having a big girl job yet to like still work and make money and save the money during that time because like once you're in you're kind of in so it's like there shouldn't be a huge rush to jump into the corporate life and I get that like you make way more money in the corporate world but also like oftentimes not like if you do like your own side hustle for a little bit and like for example run a bunch of different like marketing campaigns for different stores in your town like you run the marketing all those different things and so I don't know. I just feel like that was a good thing to like bring up for this episode because um yeah, I've been feeling in like a little bit of a funk and I like miss the times that I didn't have these crazy stressors of my life. And I think that people don't actually live in the moment when they're in it after graduating college. It's like the stress of finding a job. It's like once you find it, it's kind of like not a relief at all. It's like, okay, now I have to actually start. Like I should have enjoyed that time that I had a little bit more. I shouldn't have put so much pressure on it. And I think that's just like a big part of living in the moment too. So, um, yeah, that was a quick one, but I don't want to ramble too much about it. I feel like I got the point across, and I don't know. It's like all about mindset and like I don't know, being happy with like the place that you're at and knowing that things are going to get better and like things will work out the way it's supposed to, and not putting too much pressure on like job search post grad because the right job is actually going to probably fall into your lap and it's going to work out. You don't have to stress too much about it. If and I told her like when she didn't get that job, my friend from high school, when she didn't get the job that she was super excited about and was like lined up perfectly, I was like, well, like it was not meant to be. Like the universe did not give you that because it was not meant for you. Like that's just not what's supposed to happen yet. And I think that like having that mindset like gives you permission to kind of live in the moment of like that's okay, like that wasn't meant to be, like let's move on. Like what can I do in the meantime? What's coming my way later? You can't rush the universe. Not to sound like spiritual and shit, but not to sound like spiritual, but it's true. All right. Well, that's all. Cheers.